there a negative perception about Black women?
Because we're strong, and anytime something is strong, it's perceived as a threat. When something is perceived as a threat, you have to tear it down. You have to make it, you have to try to diminish it to this, because it is a threat, because of our strength. We are strong. Women have always been strong. We withstand everything.
Right.
Everything.
We endure every, and I'm not even talking about Black women. I'm talking about women in general.
Women, but Black women, we get it 30. There's no way. I don't know too many white women that can deal with the stuff that we go through on a daily basis and still be, hey, how are you? Okay, good.
Right, because we go through what they go through, and then we still have 35 more things on top of it that we have to go through as being Black women. So we're going through what white women go through with 35 things on top of the things that they go through.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think a young Black girl, regardless of how pretty she may have been, how fair she may have been, from Oakland, trying to ascend to the office of district attorney, trying to ascend to the office of attorney general, do you think that it was given to her? Oh, here, Black lady. Oh, you want to come here?
She had to fight for that. She had to fight for that.
She had to fight harder than everybody else.
She had to be
We already know.
the best of the best.
Yep.
The best of the best.
And it still wasn't good enough.
But it is that notion that we always have to present ourselves in the workplace a certain way. A lot of times we're afraid to, take days off, call out sick. We will work the extra hours. Who you was pointing to?
Eve.
Oh, we will work the extra hours. Because we feel that if we don't do it, we're going to be perceived as the stereotypes that's already been put out there, that Black people are lazy.
Yeah.
They're not reliable. They're not, and it's so unfortunate that, we've been put in this position. So for her to have achieved what she has achieved thus far, we know that it did not come easy.
Exactly.
No one said, well, come on, girl, you know I got you. You my peoples. I got you. Nepotism happened, but it ain't happening that way.
Reign in the Black community like that. Nepotism don't reign like that in our community.
Exactly.
So as far as her record as Attorney General, or should I say DA, because everybody thinks she locked up.
She was putting all the Negroes in jail. She was keeping them in jail for them to use them for cheap labor.
So
all of these things is what they're putting out there.
So do you think specifically Black men are using that as a cover up of why they don't want to vote for her? Or
I think anyone that's saying those things and they're using that is because they did not research.
Right.
So they're running with what the hell they heard, and they talking to their boys in the barbershop, and you may get one of them in the barbershop who did his research, like, nah, you gotta check her record, son. That's not the truth. And like, nah, I'm saying I saw it on IG. I was on Facebook. I was on Facebook post. What you talking about?
They're all doing the same thing, so they feel like the shoe fits on them. So that's why they just like.
But okay, she could have done more.
Listen to me.
A DA. She could have done more as an AG.
The same way Obama could have done.
Right.
But that will always be the case.
Of course.
Because I could say.
But I think that she has sort of have proven over the last few years that she wants to fix that stuff.
I agree.
Here's my thing. Has any of us been perfect on our job?
Hell no.
I catch my own mistakes at times. Sometimes I don't catch my mistakes. Sometimes somebody else catch my mistake. You know what I do when they catch it?
Fix it.
My bad. Let me.
I saw
fix it.
Yeah, sorry.
I could do better next time, and next time I will be mindful of, and and pay better attention to what I'm doing when I'm getting things done. So again, when we start to criticize someone on those things, then show me your perfect record.
Right.
Please show me your perfect record. With the people who was like, oh well, I'm not voting for Biden and Harris.
But
Okay.
Biden is a racist.
So if you're not voting for Biden and Harris, that means you're voting for Trump.
Right.
So you cannot complain when we go through another 4 years,
of that fool.
of the stuff that we've been going through.
Falling in the National Guard to your own citizens.
This man, if Biden is a racist, then what is Trump?
An anarchist,
Exactly.
a fascist, a Marxist.
Do anyone?
So,
It kills me when people say, "Oh, that's fake news. Oh, the news is lying to him." How the hell is the news lying on him when they're showing a press conference with him speaking?
With him saying what he said he didn't say.
I saw Trump say that when Kamala was running for president, her numbers did what, Shauna? It went lower and lower. You're gonna tell me that the media did that? No, that was Trump. He said she was. Did you hear what she said to Joe Biden? She didn't apologize. Why should she apologize to Joe Biden when she
being a good debater?
When she spoke about
Her truth.
a child that was bused into another area to go to school? Why should she apologize for her experience? Are we asking anyone else to? I dare somebody to ask Ruby Bridget to apologize for her experience. I dare somebody to.
Mm-hmm.
If you bust me into another neighborhood and you promoted that, then I do have a gripe with that. I wasn't comfortable with that situation. So I can say something too. In a debate, yes, that's what
people do in debates.
It's debates.
Yeah.
Debate.
It's a debate. Hence the term debate.
To be your BFF in a debate.
So let me ask you guys a question. So when Biden has said, and this is for me, this is not the view of you guys, it's not the view of AKA, but when Biden has said he was going to pick a woman, I got kind of scared. And it has nothing to do with, I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman. So it has nothing to do with the credibility of any woman that he had as candidates to be vice president. My thing was, if you are going against someone like Trump and we need to get him out of office, you got to come 100% to the table. You can't experiment at this time. You got to come with the full package. And let me ask y'all a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all love Thanksgiving, right? Well,
So that.
okay, let's.
Did you see my thing?
It depends on loving Thanksgiving and for what reason. I love.
Well, let's talk about the food.
Oh yeah, I love to eat.
Let's talk about the food.
Together.
I don't play with Thanksgiving meal.
Right.
So Black people, there's two things we don't play with: the potato salad and the macaroni salad.
And the macaroni and cheese. That's right.
The macaroni and cheese. All right. Now, Kaya, if you know I made some good macaroni and cheese, you're gonna designate me as the one to make your mac and cheese, right?
Yes. You be on that year.
And then if I called you up the morning of Thanksgiving, I said, Kaya, I found this recipe, and I'm gonna use goat cheese instead because they said it's healthy.
Don't do that. Don't play
And I'm gonna use almond milk cheese.
You can't play
I'm
with
on the phone like, what the hell? You gonna pick Thanksgiving to experiment?
Yeah, you don't do Thanksgiving with experiments.
You don't do that. You pick another day. You can pick Easter, but not Thanksgiving. So that's how I felt initially when he said he was gonna pick a woman. This ain't the time to be experimenting and rolling the dice. So that's how I felt.
So let's go back to your macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
You can add cheddar. You can add Monterey Jack. You can add mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
You can add manchego. You can add a number of different cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
And the end result, your macaroni and cheese was the best macaroni and cheese you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we have to get out of the way of the fear of the unknown.
And I agree. I totally agree.
It's not.
But I felt like if Trump was not in office right now, this is my feelings before he even said that he was going to pick a woman. At this point where everybody's like, yo, we got to get this dude out of office. You're not going to experiment the day of Thanksgiving and say, I'm gonna try this, because now you bring in this mac and cheese to everybody where people have their mouth watering for the mac and cheese.
But again,
I'm being sarcastic, but I was trying to make it an
but again, we can't assume that mac and cheese is not going to be the best mac and cheese you've ever
had. And I agree.
Because I have converted to almond milk yogurt.
Did you do on Thanksgiving though?
Huh? Listen,
I
drink oat milk with Fruit Loops.
I drink almond milk.
Do what you gotta do, but don't do that shit on Thanksgiving.
I'll let you know, when I make my mac and cheese, I will be putting oat milk in my mac and cheese, okay?
Well, you ain't making mac and cheese this year.
Right. Well, let me tell you
who ain't making the mac and cheese.
I'm gonna be putting oat milk. Listen, I'm gonna be putting oat milk in my rice and peas. I'm gonna be putting oat milk in my damn oxtails. Play with me. Go ahead, play with me.
I'm like, who made this mac and cheese like this? No, man.
Last week, the New York Times put out an article. I don't know what's happening with the New York Times. Stating that it's been over 30 years since there's been a female and male running mates. And they went back to Geraldine Ferrara, and I'm like,
what happened to McCain and Palin?
They didn't acknowledge Palin and McCain. They didn't acknowledge Hillary
and
oh yeah.
And what's his name?
Who was the editor? He must have been drinking because he read that.
Who was the writer on that one?
I don't know who chose Tim Kaine.
How they put that article
out?
Yeah,
Tim Kaine. Yeah.
And it was one of these, how the emoji goes. I just wanna say thank you, Shirley Chisholm.
Yes, thank you, Shirley Chisholm.
I want to say thank you, Shirley Chisholm. Thank you, Shirley Chisholm, for showing us that girls that look like us can run for the presidency.
Right.
And
since whenever.
What happened?
We've always been fierce.
And because I think we gotta give props where props is due. And
definitely.
That was 72?
That was 72. And they didn't make it easy for Shirley Chisholm. They did not make it easy for her at all. They did not make it easy for her at all, but she tried. She did it. She was diligent. She went out there and she did. She did it. And to think that in 1972, a Black woman said, I'm gonna run for the president of this country.
Mm-hmm.
And she put it out there. And it was out there. And she showed us that in 2020, Kamala could run for the presidency. And although her numbers went lower and lower and she backed out, she was still asked to be the running mate for VP.
And I think that's why a lot of other cultures and some of our
Black
men are scared.
That's because it goes back to that negative stereotype of Black people.
They have no idea. They have no idea of the strength of a Black woman.
Right.
Exactly.
They have the idea. That's just it. No, they know it, and they have the idea. They know it. They pretend to not know it, but they know it. They know it. They know it.
Because if people knew what she has gone through, even though she has that smile and she looks fierce and her hair's laid and her teeth are pearly white.
Her hair's always laid.
Her hair's always laid. Was Maya Rudolph? Was she?
Oh yeah.
But she has. I'm sure. I don't know her entire story, but I'm sure she has met adversity every step of the way. And it wasn't just like the little, oh no, we're not giving the jobs to you. It's like, we don't do niggas here. Or we're going to undercut you. Or we're going to steal whatever you had so that you don't get what you were supposed to get.
Right.
This is what I'm saying that she had to go through. She got bust. You already know. Because even as light as she is, she's still darker than them.
Hello.
Yep.
Message.
So I'm just going to say this. Since she has been in office as a United States Senator, she has sponsored 106, and this is from Congress.gov. I ain't getting my facts from Wikipedia. I am in Congress.gov. She has sponsored 163 legislations, and she co-sponsored 1,174 legislations. And there's a myriad of things that she has sponsored.
Yes.
From prescription drugs to tax transparency to
criminal justice.
The Anti-Lynching Act,
Right.
the Trafficking Survivors Relief Act. Like she has and this is stuff that she's done in 2017 that I'm reading right now. The George Floyd Act obviously was this year, but she has done so much in 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And her record dates further back with her other positions.
Yeah.
And this is my thing. Before we just take on this, oh, she put niggas in jail. And she did. Like just try to find out the information.
Right.
This is what we're supposed to do. We spoke about this before. The information is there for you to read up on your elected officials.
Mm-hmm.
That information is out there before you go vote. You go find out
from the Inquirer. Don't get your news from the Inquirer.
What proposals? Huh?
I said, don't get your news from the Inquirer or Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, please. Go see what proposals are out there. Find out what they're trying to cut in your neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Read what this person has been doing, because a lot of time people are doing the work, you just don't know because
about it.
It isn't, in your face. But you need to find out what grassroots organizations does this person belong to and what have they been doing. Those are the things we're supposed to do before we vote anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We know a lot of people voted for Barack because he was a black man. There is no denial. People didn't even read on Barack's history.
Everybody did an Issa Rae. Well, most people did an Issa Rae. We voting for everybody black.
He was black. I'm black. I'm voting for the black guy. He's black. I'm black. I'm voting for the black guy. Like that was it.
But then people were upset because they said Obama didn't do anything for the black community. He did.
Why you think Trump trying to roll back
everything he did?
And we can see that Trump is trying to do away with Congress because he thinks that what he says is what goes. He says he's going to do things that legally he can't even do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people forget that portion, that things got to go through Congress.
Yes, and yeah.
There's things that it goes through Congress. The president he the commander in chief, but he really ain't the commander in chief. Like come on. But I think people, it's very easy. There are books out there that you can read to understand how this whole political thing runs. People don't even know the parties of government. So if you can't even tell what the different parties of government is, like, please don't come in my face. Please.
Cardi B can do it. Cardi B knows it.
Researches her stuff every time she speaks, so I give her that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of her for that. But we're not going to segue into Cardi right now.
Wait, I just want to say, when they first said that she was the VP pick, the first thing I thought about was, I cannot wait until the VP debate. She is gonna wipe Mike Pence.
Well, first of all,
she gonna drag him.
First of all, he can't debate her unless his wife is on stage.
Right, basically.
That's number one. Number two,
know.
He has the mental and verbal vocabulary fortitude of a 6-year-old.
I can't wait. It's gonna be. I got my popcorn.
One thing that I can
my soda.
Is before he even nominated her, like, I was never a person that liked to watch hearings.
Me either.
Oh, but with Kamala?
Oh yeah.
Senate hearing, either a Senate hearing or the committee that Auntie Maxine is on, I was tuning in. Don't you change that channel. And if I could not be home, I would DVR it. Okay.
Well, She was
I have a
nasty
confession to
with
make.
Kavanaugh.
I have a confession
she
to
was
make.
nasty to Kavanaugh.
Thank God for these things.
Kavanaugh is nasty.
Oh, I know that.
Thank God for these things, because I would be at work listening.
But that's one thing that I can say that Trump has done for this country, or at least for us. I am so aware of what's going on.
True.
Like before, I couldn't tell you who Obama's communication director was. I know David Axelrod because of the campaign and you know how he migrated to a senior advisor. But I didn't know really none of Obama's like behind staff.
You didn't pay attention
because we didn't
to it.
really.
We trusted him.
It's like we all right. It's all right.
Yeah, that's like with my husband. I know he's gonna pay the bills. Go pay them bills.
I'm actually glad that you did admit to that, because it shows that Trump has made more people aware.
Oh, definitely.
Which is a good thing.
Trump is like somebody watching your kid that you don't trust, so you put cameras up. You put cameras and audio. So you can hear and see what goes on at all times.
Yeah, well, I'm watching you.
And he only watching your kid for an hour. But
and then when you come and pick the kid up, you're like, I did an amazing job. It was amazing.
He learned a whole book.
Because he didn't know anything before, but I taught him.
He didn't know before.
The kid was illiterate.
Look,
And in 1 hour, I taught him how to read.
But now.
But now he's on a 3rd grade level. He's reading on a 3rd grade level.
He's great.
He's 3. He's 3, and he's reading on a 3rd grade level.
Yeah. It's because of me.
It's because of him. He's the reason for everything good that has happened in this country.
Yes.
Lies.
thank you, Trump.
I mean, as far as Kamala and every first that she brings to the table, first HBCU grad, first AKA, first, you know what I'm saying? First Jamaican American, first South Asian American, first Black American woman to be picked as a VP running candidate is huge.
Oh no, from like day one, like matter of fact, when she got nominated to, not nominated, when she announced that she was running for the presidency, she had meetings with AKAs. So the AKAs were in her circumference once she became a candidate for presidency. So we got her back 100%, and she's had meetings with the corporation. So she's not going to deny us. She can't. We're here.
Y'all gonna be pink and green at the
Girl, we splashing pink and green all over the White House.
I said it's gonna be a sea of pink and green. All on the field.
Now I'm gonna ask all the other sororities, do not vote for her because she's an AKA. Please. You know,
I think
a lot of black women that are happy.
I know them deltas and them zetas, and none of the rest of them gonna support. They're gonna support.
Oh yeah.
They better.
It's all about unity at this time. Jackie reposted. I saw Jackie reposted something also. So you know, she getting her delta support. Come on, she's gonna get it.
Definitely.
I just don't want to hear. I'm tired of hearing I'm not voting for her. I'm not voting for Biden.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You know, so Biden chose a woman. He chose a Black woman. Now they have to continue with showing what their agenda will be with regards to the Black community, because we know that this has also been an issue. Diddy has been vocal. Charlemagne has been vocal. You know,
about the Black agenda.
Have been vocal, and I want to hear now. Are we still holding the vote? Are we still holding the vote? Because if we're going to hold the vote back, then what does that mean? Does that mean 4 more years of Trump and Pence?
Exactly.
That's exactly what that means. Because if you hold your vote and you say you're not going to vote for
then you're voting for Trump
ticket because of the fact that quote unquote Biden is a racist.
So you're going to keep the current racist in office?
Let me see which. So
let's think about some of the agendas they've already been pushing. Like, so they're taking birth control away from us.
Yes.
They still in this fight to take abortion rights away from us. I mean, that's the thing. Like, a man can rape me, and I have to carry my rapist baby.
Yeah.
Like, just think about that.
If he stays in 4 more years, he will choose another Supreme Court justice.
Because
God forbid it, RBG, you know.
what is Clarence doing?
RBG,
What
listen,
is Clarence doing?
RBG has been sick
Sitting
a
there
lot
looking
of late.
But
angry.
she been holding on because I feel like she like, I'ma hold on.
Y'all better go
Hold
into
on.
intercessory prayer for Ruth right now, okay? Y'all better go into prayer.
Every time I hear Ruth Bader, I'm like, oh my God, is she alive?
I know, I get nervous. I get nervous.
Please, we need Ruth to hold on.
Yeah.
Right.
So again, just think, like, I don't know what do y'all think is going to happen? This man has already shown us what his agenda is. And what did Maya Angelou say?
When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
He done showed us who he is.
But my fear with Trump is that once he get voted again, which he will not, I'm claiming it.
Yes.
He will not.
Yes.
He
But
will
if he
not win.
If he gets voted again, he is going to be 10 times worse because now this is his last term and he don't have to impress nobody.
Right.
So now he's going to really wreck
Damn fool.
He's going to rip.
Not only will he get 10 times worse, but the Karens.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yes.
Trump has already said he is the law and order president.
So let me tell y'all real quick.
Laws and no orders himself.
He doesn't have to because those rules don't apply to him. And he shows
he's a dictator.
He's
pardoned people.
Yes, he's pardoned people who committed crimes. He let all his friends go. So those rules do not apply to him, and he showed us that those rules does not apply to him. So when I hear that I'm not voting for Biden, so that means you're voting for Trump. I don't want you to complain about the shithole country that we are. Okay, I don't want to hear about that. I don't want you to complain about the shithole country you live in.
They don't want us to visit. They don't want us to come.
We are not like
the shithole country that he spoke about. That's us.
Oh, and let me tell you something. Anybody watching this, if you don't vote and something bad happens, don't tell me you didn't vote.
I know.
It's gonna be me and you. It's gonna be smoke in the city.
Listen, it's life or death.
Exactly.
Literally.
It literally is.
Because he don't care. He don't care about you. He don't care about white people unless he care about the green.
Yes.
That's the only color that matters.
It's orange.
Oh.
Yeah, because he sure enough look orange.
I have a question.
I didn't know what foundation that is.
And so green and orange mixed is
Why does Trump complexion look that way?
I don't know. Isn't that called
he's pale.
Huh?
He is colorless. How you just void of color?
So here's my question. So he adds color to his skin to give him a hue?
Yes.
Because his natural hue he isn't satisfied with? So it begs the question.
Look at you.
Maybe he really wanted to be this hue?
Well, he did. You know, a lot of people don't remember. He did have a black girlfriend at one point. Don't sleep. Look it up now.
He was trying to be down. I remember
all around.
like he was at all
back in the back.
Yeah.
It's just when he got in office, he was just like he turned.
Y'all forget he was a Democrat once upon a time.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Democrat.
Yep.
He was a Democrat more years than he was a Republican.
And he said if he ever ran, he would
run under the Republican ticket.
And he did.
He said Republicans are stupid.
That's the only thing I like about Trump. He always tells you what's on his mind. That's the only thing. At least he's honest.
Yeah.
He tells you exactly what's on his mind.
You know what's on his mind.
He's an honest liar.
And lower.
So we don't have to talk about who we're voting for November 3rd. But what I do want people to do is to exercise their right, especially if you look like me. It is important for you to exercise your right because people fought for us to have this right.
Not only should people exercise their right, people should also exercise wisdom. Now, the scripture says that in all thy getting, you must first get understanding. And that wisdom is the principal thing. So that means when you get information, check your source. Check your source.
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about ragu. I'm checking your source.
I say it all the time. Research, 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 and research.
And unless one of your relatives was the one of the 1,500 that she put away, then hush.
Thank you. And I'm gonna need celebrities to hush too, because they are a big influence.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this point, like now, we just need everybody to hop on the same boat, whether you're unhappy or not. Hop on the boat.
Not on the boat.
Oh yeah, no, because
We don't do this on boat.
no, wait. Let me pick another vehicle.
We're gonna hop in the car. Everybody is gonna be every woman, every man.
That's right. Love. Let's take it to the Isleys. That's right.
We need everybody to. We need unity right now. We need the same unity that the Caucasian people have for us at the Black Lives Matter movement in the market.
Come on.
They were out there. I have it on video.
They were out there.
They were. You know what it is? America gives the world hope. So whatever we're doing, because we're progressing on a higher level than other countries are, so whatever we're doing gives other countries hope. That
Are we progressive enough? Are we progressive enough? Or are we too radical?
Child.
Well, no.
That's what they're saying about Kamala.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's not that liberal. I'm like, she's in the middle.
Trump always goes for, he went after Hillary with her husband cheating, but you were a cheater. It's just so, like how you attack a woman about her husband cheating when you were a cheater your damn self. You slept with prostitutes. Marla Maples, weren't you still married to Ivana when you got with Marla? Like, dude. But again, we know that he goes for the nasty stuff to call other people nasty. Go figure.
Are you ready for the time of your life?
Stand up.
Oh, where's the Ozzy Brothers when you need them?
I was going to say because we're speaking about Biden, I must say that it is good as someone who stutters, that Biden has brought more awareness to it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Her book is
Kaya, you said something. Kaya, you said, it's so funny when we were talking about Supreme Court justices, and you brought up Clarence Thomas.
Yes. What is he doing?
But it's not even that. You know, Biden played a huge role. Biden played a huge role in what was done to Anita.
Hill, right.
He has a lot of redeeming to do, and I think he's trying to. I think he is trying to atone. I do.
We know that Biden was behind the 94 crime bill. We know that Biden has done some things in his tenure as a political figure in the Senate. We know that. None of us are blind to that fact. We know that. But Biden, he does have the ability to apologize. He does have the ability to accept fault. He does have the ability to have people around him, Kamala, that are strong, that can get the job done, that can counsel him, that can be like, nah, Joe, that ain't it. Because you can best believe that Barack gonna be on the sidelines with the ear. Listen, I couldn't do that, but listen, this is what you gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Barack is gonna be right there.
And let's one more thing. I would like to add. Let's consider Joe Biden as well, because Dr. Jill Biden.
Yes.
Dr. Jill Biden will be a very active first lady.
She will.
Because she was very active when her
As
husband was
second lady, I guess.
okay. So we know that
lady.
Dr. Jill Biden will be very active, and she will actually put in place things that we can see and can actually quantify, because I'm still trying to understand is what is helping people be best. I'm
Listen, Melania, where are you? Where's she at?
She did not want to be first lady.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you for our discussion on Kamala and politics. It was rejuvenating and just enlightening. And I just hope everybody votes. Go vote. If you don't vote, then that means you're still voting.
Yes.
Okay? Your non-vote is still a vote. Your non-vote is still a vote. And
repeat it one more time.
They
They didn't hear you in the back. They didn't hear you
your
in the back.
non-vote is still a vote.
And
So-
you're not going to always get a perfect hand, so play your hand right.
Exactly. Play the hand that you can actually manipulate or actually get to. If you have not filled out the census, then that means that representatives are not going to be made available for you in your district. So that means that you will not have enough representatives, and then that means that the House and the Senate will stay the same, and states like North Dakota, South Dakota, that have a population of like 3, and then you have California and New York City with like 2 senators for the, you know what I'm saying?
Which I don't like that. I don't understand.
48 for Iowa.
And we get 2 in New York?
So census.
And that was strategically planned.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. And if you don't know about your delegates, that also stems from slavery. So southern states do have more delegates because of the amount of slaves that were on the plantation.
Yeah.
All right. So vote November 3rd. As always, I love us.
I love us.
Nobody say I love us.
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 And we didn't say in the beginning.
Breonna Taylor's murderers has still not been convicted.
Wait. They are not just Breonna Taylor's murderers.
Oh no. Yeah. But
that's not who they are. They're Brett, Miles, and Jonathan.
Okay.
Have still not been
Brett,
arrested.
Miles, and Jonathan have still not been arrested.
Still have not been arrested.
BMJ
That's right.
have not been arrested for Breonna Taylor's
right.
murder. And we got to get Mitch McConnell out of office.
Can we just repeat after Mitch McConnell? He will be a one-term president.
Yes. It's time for him to go. He's got to go.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of A Maven's Tale, Between Sisters Edition. Farewell to a King. The sisters come together to discuss the untimely death of Chadwick Boseman and how it impacted the entire world.